Dude, kids ruin cinema, man.
Yeah.
Why did you call in a bomb threat, TJ? I was
Silly
trying
TJ.
to make Logan.
What do you guys think about Mr. James Gunn coming back?
White privilege.
What's up, Goosh fam? Welcome back to No One's Gonna Listen podcast. I'm your host with the most, Ralph Ramos, aka Young Rubber, aka Lil 27, aka your tita's favorite nephew, aka Jolly Baller, aka Singaporean Sergeant, aka Filipino Finesser, aka Superior Socialist, aka Mr. I Drop Calculus. And today, I'm with two of my good friends. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Y'all go ahead.
I can't. I don't have as much nicknames as.
I came prepared. It's in my notes.
What's up? I'm Kristoffer Bradley Cruz.
What up? It's White Boy 69. Hi. I was gonna bring up immediately that despite the name of our podcast, if I am not mistaken, we have 170 people who listened.
Oh hell yeah!
Is that the actual number?
I mean, like that's.
Yeah, I just
YouTube?
pulled it
the
up.
views.
Yeah.
Shit. Well,
You didn't introduce yourself.
who, me? Wait, what?
No, I'm talking to White Boy 69.
Oh, that's right. White Boy 69. Ryan.
Ryan. Yeah, we have Ryan and Chris today on
So,
the podcast.
wait, did you just reveal the identity of Young Rubber?
What? I didn't say anything. Wait, what do you mean?
No, dude. Young Rubber didn't wear glasses over.
No, this is... I don't know. Like, yeah, this is not Young Rubber at all.
All right.
And since Ryan mentioned that we had 170 views on YouTube, I should also mention the fact that we're now on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Overcast, and much more. And we're still trying to get on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
My producer told me to say that, so by producer I mean Chris.
The podcast gets released on audio streaming services a full month after we do. Oh, what was it? 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's been
2
like
weeks
2-3
it took?
weeks. I uploaded it like 3 weeks ago, and then it's still pending on like everything. I got the notification like today.
Dude, it's because
at
they knew
3
we were gonna.
a.m.
They knew we were gonna record today.
They're like, oh, I'll just put it on. But
How
yeah,
the
it should be fine now with Spotify, so y'all can.
Yay.
I always listen to podcasts on Spotify.
Can we check like the stream count on Spotify?
I don't even know.
I assume we can, somewhere.
All right. Well, I guess I should get into the first
Yeah, open us up, Ralph.
order of business
I
today.
shouldn't have said it like that.
Wait, oh my god, where'd it go? Fuck. Oh shit. Wait.
Ralph's never
One
gonna
second.
host again.
Alright, let's get into the comments, okay? All
Oh, yes,
3,000 of them. I picked the 3 best. If this loads up. Fuck my Wi-Fi. 1 second.
Nice. We love.
Alright, wait. Oh man, never mind. I thought you guys were talking. It was just the video playing. Alright, Alright, so our first commenter, Lily Moon. I'm gonna guess that's Tara, because that's who Chris said it was.
Yeah.
Lily
I
Moon
mean-
says, 1 week ago, this made me feel like I was with you guys, and it made me so happy. Well, Lily Moon, thank you for that comment.
Thank you so much.
Thank
that
you,
actually,
Lily Moon.
it really meant a lot to us. Like,
No, it
really.
did. We haven't seen Tara in a very long time.
Yeah.
Tara, how much? Blah, blah.
Yeah,
Tara's been stuff before with us, right?
Yeah, she was in From Now On, rest in
Ooh.
peace.
but
And the completed thing she was in that we've posted is the PSA,
Oh, that's right.
what was the
she
PSA
was the.
about?
the Our World is Beautiful PSA.
Ah,
If
interesting.
you remember that.
I do not. I'm gonna pretend like I do though. For
Although
sure.
she was in a bunch of other stuff that we like started production on, or we
Yeah.
casted her and stuff. Like,
Was she in
we
Till the End of the
released-
World? No, she wasn't.
We didn't even know her.
yeah, we didn't know her.
Oh,
Though.
whoops.
We I casted her in Dear Amy, but
Oh,
she
right.
went off to uni before we could film her scenes. which is why only half of Dear Amy is filmed. So I have all of Ethan's stuff filmed.
Eat fam.
So technically, we're halfway through production.
we're halfway through. Or photography, we're halfway through. And I feel like she was in something else. I don't know. We have a lot of stuff that we cast people in that we just never do.
Yeah.
Because other
It's very
stuff.
sad.
Facts. All right, so I guess I should get into the second commenter.
We love you, Tara.
Wait. Should
Yeah.
we? Are we gonna run like these comments across the screen,
Yeah.
Mr. Editor?
I assume.
Yeah.
All right, so Alex Walton says,
Whatever that is.
I think this is that guy that goes to my school. I don't know why she's trying to dox me like this. But
What are you talking about? She's talking about me.
yeah, we're gonna go with that. I don't go to school. Do you think this guy goes to school? No.
You're
Yeah.
a major in the Singaporean Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Singaporean sergeant, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, that's what Alex said. I don't really appreciate that, but yeah.
Yo, she didn't even say who it was. It could be.
Yeah, that guy.
It could be any of us.
There's
Yeah.
3 guys there, so I don't know. I kind of
Technically, you're doxing yourself.
Yeah, I outed myself there. Whoops. Sick profile picture. Austin Paveo says, "I am GOOSHLEMS?" Question mark. Exclamation point.
Yes, you are, Austin. Yes.
We
you
love
are.
Austin very much.
Congrats to Austin for getting into that school. I don't want to say, because like,
We don't want to dox
yeah, we
anyone.
don't want to dox anyone, but congrats,
We don't
Austin. We're
expose.
proud of you, man.
Yeah.
Is that what the title of this episode is going to be? Episode
We
2,
don't
we don't
wanna
want to
dox
dox
anyone.
anyone.
Please don't dox anyone. So yeah, Ryan's just in that dormitory, that unnamed school.
Life. Okay, unnamed school, but he was wearing the sweater.
In
Like,
the first episode.
Oh shit! All right, whatever. I guess. All right.
I mean,
I
we're
doxed
they're gonna
myself,
dox you.
Dude, I'm gonna have a crazed fan coming to my door, and by crazed fan, it's gonna be like Alex or something, like banging on my door, and I'm gonna be like, how the fuck did you get it?
How did you know which room?
Right? Oh shit.
Oh man. All right. Well, I made a bunch of topics for like the 2 weeks ago that we were supposed to record. So
It's
if this
worth noting, we were gonna record this episode last week, but just life happened, and by life I mean
Yeah.
we all had school, and
Yeah, I failed my calculus test, so that was fun. That's why I couldn't record. So that's
it's
awesome.
okay, man.
It's all good.
Yay.
We're here now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we
So-
get into the topics, Ralph?
Yeah, so that topic that I was supposed to do like 2 weeks ago might be a little bit outdated. How do you guys feel about James Gunn coming back?
I've been wanting to talk about this with you.
Ooh.
What do you guys think about Mr. James Gunn coming back?
White privilege.
I was gonna say that too.
Well,
I don't know. Like
Chris-
I want you guys to say your piece first.
can I start quickly?
Of course.
Yeah.
Chris, did you hear that apparently they didn't even look for a new director?
Yeah, I did.
Damn.
So, for anyone that doesn't know, last summer, around June, James Gunn posted a picture of the Guardians 3 script with the words like "every bit of my heart" on it, and then it was like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 by James Gunn, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" And then I parodied that tweet last week with Ryan Peckerton's Big Adventure.
Oh, I didn't even. Jeez, I didn't even realize that.
We'll
man.
put those on the screen here. So maybe like 2 weeks after that happened, he got cancel cultured by if I'm not mistaken, it was a bunch of like right wing like Republican people that dug up his tweets.
Yeah, they
Was it?
It was a bunch of people who should have been canceled, wanting to cancel him.
Cancel.
Wait, it
James
was
Gunn.
right wingers that canceled someone?
Yeah,
So-
no, it was they like
I didn't
wanted.
realize that.
Yeah.
James Gunn, like a lot of popular celebrities, is very left, and they take a lot of digs at a certain orange president of a certain group of United States, and those
Orange
who
president.
those who support the party with the elephant on their flag were not very happy that he was doing that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was either a senator or a Fox News host that tried digging up his old tweets. And did he ever dig up old tweets? Chris, would you like to discuss what the tweets were?
Roll the tweets across the screen. No, no,
I don't
no.
think I'm not gonna roll those.
I don't want to roll the tweets,
I don't want
man.
to see those tweets. But I didn't actually like read the tweets, because like from what you've described, Ryan, it was like,
Yeah, I've read the tweets, and
I
was like, this maybe like I'm not. Whenever like someone like digs up old tweets, I'm usually the proponent of like, if it was like years ago, I think they deserve like a chance to show that they've changed.
yeah.
The shit he tweeted was, like, it's not like something that's sort of problematic. Like he straight up put like one time he's like, that movie made me want to fuck a toddler, and everyone was like, what the fuck?
Yikes.
Like, James Gunn is a very eccentric person. Especially in the early 2000s, if you look at his like older movies like Slither and Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Oh hell yeah, I love that movie.
That movie's dope, dude. James Gunn is a very he's a character, which made him perfect to direct a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. But some of those tweets people felt went beyond simple jokes. And it's like, where's the joke in saying you want to fuck a kid, man?
Yeah.
So Disney responded with firing him. And it caused it was an interesting case because a lot of people rushed to his defense, although a lot of people didn't rush to his defense and were saying they needed to fire him to sort of quell this flame, because we're talking about the biggest franchise of movies probably ever at this point.
By like the
Facts.
legitimately the biggest company.
Yeah, right, because of the Fox thing. We could talk about that too. But
Oh yeah.
He basically wrote like a bunch of, I think he wrote like a notes app apology too. He posted it on.
Classic.
Was it actually notes, or
apology.
are you just making a meme? Like,
I'm pretty sure it might have been a notes app apology, dude. If not, it was like a Microsoft Word, like 12-point font Helvetica apology.
God.
I want to see. I want to see like a Notes app apology, but like not an Apple Notes app, like a Samsung.
With like the really curvy font.
Yeah.
And like it has like the really like gross looking emojis.
Yeah. Jabba the Hutt emojis. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I never made that connection before. If he's working for Disney, maybe he should use those emojis then.
Oh my God.
But Disney basically, or specifically Kevin Feige, came out and said, we've let him go. We feel like this is the right decision. We are going to move forward with looking for a new director. Where like I guess the shitstorm really started was Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Came out with his
pride.
like his really long tirade, like, I support James Gunn and I'll support him in whatever he does, and
I'll be in Suicide Squad too.
I'm gonna get out of my Marvel contract. And then all the Guardians, like the cast, wrote that we stand with James Gunn post.
And like all of them signed it.
Yeah. And then I think the biggest move after that, probably the biggest out of them all, is that they announced they were still going to be using every bit of his heart, because they were going to use the original script he wrote.
But then they were like, yeah, we're not gonna rehire him. They
said we're not going to rehire him. We'll just use what he wrote.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So that's when the rumors of directors started whirling around. The top of which was Taika Waititi, although he denied he was ever in contention, nor that he
wanted, like,
he didn't want to do it. I think he outright said he didn't want to, because he said it was James Gunn's movie and he wanted him to do it.
Yeah.
I heard that what's his face? The guy who directed Bumblebee. He directed like Kubo and the Kubo movie.
That movie, yeah.
And he did Bumblebee a few months ago. He I heard him being tossed around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But every time it was brought up, Disney would always say, we are not hiring James Gunn again. We are going to look for a new director, and we are currently looking, until I think the day we released the last episode, right before it dropped, if I'm not mistaken,
Mm-hmm.
it comes out that they had rehired him. And
So weird. They had like literally said multiple times that they weren't gonna rehire.
So they're
him.
just like lying through their teeth for like months on end, right?
well, the current like conspiracy theory, and at this point it's not even a conspiracy theory. Knowing like corporate practices with Hollywood, I wouldn't even be surprised. I personally think, I think a lot of people agree, or whatever, that they said they're looking for someone new, waiting for everything to die down, probably knowing that everyone, like the public, would rally towards him eventually, at which point they would rehire him. Now they kind of shot themselves in the foot because in that time he got brought on to DC
Yeah.
to do The Suicide Squad, starring Idris Elba.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? I'm
But-
confused. Was that
Oh, Will Smith isn't in the Suicide Squad sequel,
right?
and Idris Elba is
He's dead.
No, he's apparently like gonna replace him.
Man, what the fuck?
and that film will be written and directed by James Gunn.
Interesting.
So I think the
agent.
last news that came out was that they were aiming to start production in mid 2021, which
Suicide Squad or
Guardians,
Guardians? Oh yeah, because they
because
said
he's obligated to do Suicide Squad first.
they said like they'd let him do Suicide Squad first and then.
Because I guess
It's like,
the last
That's
thing
gonna
they
be
want,
so weird.
it is going to be weird. But then again, I guess the last thing they want is a legal battle, trying to get James Gunn out of his DC contract. That's just not going to end well.
Yeah.
But I don't know where I stand on that whole thing, because again, like I think if you like tweet something like years ago, I think you should be given a platform to not defend yourself, but like to show that you've grown.
Yeah.
How long
and I
ago-
actually so like I
2000
actually
9 maybe 2011, like it was a
So like almost 10 years ago.
yeah.
I actually genuinely think that he has changed and he has shown that he has changed.
I think he has as well, but at the same time, where's the joke in what he said?
Yeah.
It's I think he just said it because he wanted a reaction.
Yeah, I feel it's
Like
it's like that same
shock.
like shock
Shock humor.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that fucking PewDiePie.
Shane Dawson.
What's his
Well, old
face?
Shane
That fucking guy that makes music now. Filthy Frank. Yeah,
Oh yeah, Filthy Frank.
What's his name? Joji?
Joji.
Yeah, Shoji.
Yeah.
That's the biggest like character like turnaround ever.
Transformation
Yeah.
from Filthy Frank to like a guy.
Right.
From a terrible guy to a normal guy.
Yeah. I mean, like I never really like identified with that type of humor. Like maybe when I was like 11.
The
But
When
thing
I was
is,
like young
like,
and edgy.
With
Yeah.
these like shock humor people, like they get a lot of terrible people as fans.
Facts.
Yeah.
Even if the person who is making that kind of joke, like even if they don't necessarily like agree with
What they're saying.
what they're
Yeah,
saying,
they contribute to that whole like.
people
they do contribute to like all the
problematic
terrible people.
problematic culture.
Yeah. Which sucks, cause like
It does.
Because like they are just trying to make a joke, albeit a very terrible joke,
Yeah.
but still a joke.
I mean, real life example here, someone that we know, like, making memes in 2016 about a certain orange president, right? Like,
Mhm.
wait, can we talk about this? I don't think we can. Never mind.
Dude, I legitimately don't even know who you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
Are you for real right now?
Yeah.
Like the only like Trump orange supporter in our
okay.
life
Okay.
with a certain
Oh, Ralph. Okay.
yeah
Okay.
Ralph, that guy. So I'm not gonna use my name in the story. A
Goes to this
certain
school.
man in 2016 was like making a lot of memes and jokes and like memely supporting orange the
jokingly.
orange guy. And the orange guy ends up getting elected, and me and Chris are with the guy as he gets elected, and that was fun. So I don't know. I mean, like fake support, like it's still like contributing to the whole train of
it gets to a point where you wonder, are they supporting him for the meme, or are they legitimately supporting
Yeah, I
him?
mean, like, the train keeps on going, and, like, he's still, like,
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, James Gunn, dude. I don't know.
So, like,
James Gunn.
I
dude.
saw that, Ralph, I saw that you liked the tweet about, like, James Gunn being, like, rehired is white privilege.
Yeah, I deliberately like that tweet so people would see it on their timeline.
Which, like, I do agree. I do think that, like, people can change, and people, like, should be given the opportunity to change and, like, show that they aren't like that. They aren't, like, in their past selves. But we do have to admit, like, he's a straight white guy, and that really contributes to the fact that,
also,
like, he got...
Am I allowed to bring up Kevin Hart?
yeah, of course.
I think that's the best example of this.
What do you mean?
Because I don't know exactly what Kevin Hart said to get him fired from the Oscars. But I think the fact that, like, people were really hounding him to, like, apologize for whatever he said.
Mm-hmm. It was, like, some, like, homophobic stuff.
Yeah. But, like, at that point, and he said, like, he apologized for it in the past, didn't he?
I believe so. I believe he said that he apologized for the past.
It was a
but that he
really
wasn't gonna
shitty
apologize.
apology.
It was a really shitty apology. He was like, I already said sorry. I'm not going to say sorry again.
Yeah, it's like, I
Dude,
don't
just
owe
say
you
sorry
guys
again.
anything type shit. Like, come on, bro.
Like, dude, just apologize again.
Yeah.
Like, what's the harm in that?
Yeah, if anything,
really.
like, him holding on to his pride is, like, making it worse. Like,
It
Yeah.
just makes you, at that point, it makes him look like, it makes the first apology look insincere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I already bullshitted you once, why am I going to bullshit you again?
Yeah.
That being said, the fact they were basically like, unless you apologize again, we're gonna fire you, or uphold our decision to cut you loose. This kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier, that they didn't even look for another director for Guardians. It came out that they just didn't,
jeez.
Mm-hmm.
which kind of shows that they always intended to rehire Gunn.
Right.
Eventually, once the fire
So, like, they
died
didn't
down.
really care about, like, the outrage or what James Gunn said. They were just waiting for, like, the outrage people to, like, die down, and they're like, you know what, we'll just, like, pull the chair and bring him back
Yeah.
in,
Dude,
right?
if
So,
anything, this could be the best marketing Disney could ever ask for.
Oh, hella
in
people
controversy.
are
Well,
see-
like,
Go see, dude. It's
Guardians.
all publicity. What's the saying? All publicity is good publicity, no matter what.
yeah, that saying definitely exists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that movie is now known as the movie that, like, honestly, if this was just like a small movie, directors get fired for stupid reasons or legitimate reasons all the time.
Mm-hmm.
No one cares, dude. The fact it was a Marvel movie is the biggest. The last time a big Marvel firing happened was Edgar Wright
Yeah.
getting booted off of Ant-Man. And that was a huge shitstorm.
What did
I remember that happening.
did he do something bad, or, like, what happened?
No, it was just creative
Oh,
differences.
okay.
Like,
Like,
Edgar Wright
it is
wanted
every time.
Edgar Wright wanted it to be an Edgar Wright movie. And Marvel wanted it to be more in line with the rest
Of
of
a Marvel movie.
right? And
Okay.
he didn't agree with them. Although I've always heard that his script is like the most incredible thing that a human has ever written. Like, Joss Whedon, not the best source, but whatever, said...
Oh, Joss Whedon, director of Justice League?
Joss, look at this ass shot.
I was just thinking of that.
Do you remember when we saw Justice League and we were like, this can't be that bad? And then there was just a really gratuitous Gal Gadot ass shot. And we were
And
just like,
a-
oh.
And a redo of the Avengers Age of Ultron joke of where a guy falls onto a girl's boobs and then, like, quickly gets back up and goes like, oh, super
Did
embarrassed.
that happen?
Happened in Avengers Age of Ultron with Bruce Banner and Black Widow.
Wait, what about in Justice League? Is that what you were
In
saying?
Justice League, the Flash
Falls onto Wonder
Flash falls on
Woman's-
Wonder Woman.
Dude, not James Gunn. Joss Whedon's just like,
He's like, this is fucking hilarious.
dude, he's just like, boobies.
Boob and vagine.
This is slightly off topic, but I kind of want to know your opinion about this. What was your opinion of in Age of Ultron? Bruce Banner and Black Widow having like a relationship.
Unnecessary. Came out of nowhere.
See, my only issue with it.
It was fine. It like worked kind of well, but I don't like.
I'm not an Age of Ultron fan, but I think the romance, if it could have been done better, could have really worked.
I think it could have worked. I just feel like there was no setup for it, except for in that movie.
Especially since in the first Avengers, they were kind of hinting that she and Hawkeye had a thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was like established.
He has a family.
Oh. Okay. Who cares? Fuck the family, man. Get out of here.
Well, you got Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Forget
fuck
Velma.
Them kids, yeah.
I didn't realize that what's her face? Who played Velma in the old Scooby-Doo movies? Played Hawkeye's wife.
What?
What's her face? Linda Cardinelli.
Oh shit! Wow.
Anyway, I liked it because I thought it humanized Black Widow and Bruce Banner a lot. Because in many ways, the two of them are the least human of the Avengers, because of her upbringing and Bruce Banner basically
turning into
questioning his humanity all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was good that the two of them sort of grow together in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ragnarok played with that too. That like Thor says like the lullaby to get Hulk to calm down, and then there was the shot in the first Infinity War trailer of them in Wakanda. Like it looks like they had a scene together, and then they cut it just for a hey.
It's.
Like, listen, honestly, I understand with so many directors, there are so many different ideas that get put into the consciousness of the movies, but I think just like cutting it out really unceremoniously.
Oh no, Ryan froze.
Oh no.
Wait, did I freeze too?
No, Ryan froze.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry.
Whoops.
Dude, blank school Wi-Fi is... Dude, someone's like probably watching porn in another room or something.
It's fucking
and we're trying to do legitimate discussions here. But, back to the whole James Gunn, Joss Whedon thing. Like, it brings up this weird question of if you... I don't know how to like word this. One of the main arguments I heard kept getting brought up was like, if you're letting him go, you're establishing like a precedent now, or precedents where that's like Disney's gonna be almost
like,
held to that they let him come back despite what he did, and I think that's kind of a legitimate concern. Because I think if something, like, God forbid, something, like, worse comes out, like, different accusations or proof that something may have happened, regardless of what it is, I think the problematic people could pull but you rehired James Gunn.
So you might as well, like, rehire that problematic person.
Exactly.
Yeah. Huh.
And I think that's a legitimate concern. And let's be honest, like, knowing the way their corporate structure works, they totally brought that up. They had to have. Especially in today's social climate regarding Hollywood. So that's what I think. I think it's at the end of the day, I think rehiring him was the best thing to do. Because I think not rehiring him would have been more damaging to their brand.
Yeah.
Than anything else.
Like
but
their
at the same
creative
time,
brand?
We're gonna
like
lose money.
At the same time, though, it's creating... different issues.
Wait, what do you mean, like, better for their brand in the end? Like, you mean, like, the way their franchise is going? Like, creatively, you mean?
Well, they got, like, a lot of flack for firing him in the first place.
Okay. Right.
And I think one of the biggest reasons was, going back to, like, how we started this, was that it was brought up by, like, a bunch of, like, right-wing Republicans who were trying to, like, literally, like, defame him.
Right.
They saw that as, like, giving in to, like, right-wing people, and it just got super political. So I think that's another part of the whole, like, president. The whole idea was, like,
okay, yeah.
People...
They're like, oh, you let these, like...
Right-wingers get, like...
These right-wing people like, take advantage, and, like, they're actually, like, worse. Because a bunch of people, like, pulled up tweets from, like, the people that exposed him. And like
and what they said
were,
was worse.
there were like so many tweets.
Wait, so what are the right wingers that canceled him initially? What's their reaction to the rehiring? Do you guys know? Are they like?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Damn.
Apparently, the same guy has been popping up recently for something else.
Oh really?
For trying to cancel another celebrity, or defend another celebrity, but I'm not entirely sure.
I thought you meant he made a racism. And
Jeez. All right. Well, speaking of Disney and stuff, how do you feel about them owning the world now, basically?
well, I don't want to upset our overlords, but
Fucking terrifying.
it's kind of scary, dude.
It's very scary.
I remember when this first got like leaked.
Look behind me.
Dude, they're watching
They're
us,
taking
dude.
over
You
my
corporate
room, okay?
slave, Chris. Oh my god. You've been indoctrinated since young, anyways. Like,
There's
Dude,
to our listeners, there's a Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse poster on the
Dude.
wall behind me.
Speaking of the Fox merger, I'm wearing an X-Men shirt.
Oh my
They're,
god,
dude, they're everywhere, man.
dude.
do I have anything? I don't think I do. I feel like Disney owns the NBA or something. Like, I don't know. I have to show off my
You know
Disney
what? I think
stuff.
they have a stake in a team.
Probably. I wouldn't. Oh yeah, the Orlando Magic, because they're Orlando Disney World, whatever.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
god.
Fuck.
Dude, Florida man buys
Yeah.
Fox. I remember when this first got like leaked, 'cause I think it like came out of like I don't know if it was like an email thing, but it got leaked that they were like interested in buying Fox or their assets at least. And I remember, I don't know if you remember that because I was talking to Chris about it when it first happened, like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Right.
And I remember saying I completely doubt this will happen.
And would you look
because-
at that?
Mwahaha. Oh, how the turns have tabled.
Well, I didn't think it would go through because they're
A bunch of legal issues.
the U.S. government has a history of shutting down big mergers like that because it just creates like anti-competition laws and it can screw up the economy and everything.
And like
Like-
one company shouldn't be the monopoly.
Well, that's what happened with Microsoft in the 90s. That's the most famous example where they bought so many people. That's one of the reasons like they famously had for a while had a stake in Apple.
Damn.
Because they were accused of like a antitrust monopoly law violation. So I didn't think it would go through. I heard though that the filing for the merger wasn't filed in the U.S. It was filed like in Mexico or something.
Okay.
So they're trying to pull some shady shit.
They're
That's what
trying
you're
to
saying?
pull. They're trying to pull some
I actually
shady
didn't
shit.
know this at all.
So I don't know if that was just like a rumor or like a joke or something, but I remember hearing that somewhere, and there are a whole bunch of conspiracy theories about why Disney wanted to buy them out in the first place. Do you know how much they were bought for?
How much?
Like billions, obviously, but
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
Is
Google
it-
it quickly.
40 billion, I think.
I heard like 20 billion, or maybe that feels low.
Talking about Fox
When
here.
20
like,
billion, when
You're
20
right.
billion feels low. I think it's 40 billion, but I'm not sure.
Okay, this is Chris. We were both wrong.
Oh.
We actually lowballed it. It was
It's in the
71.3
Oh,
billion.
oh.
Holy fuck! Imagine having $71 billion.
Dude, some dude in Mexico right now is just like, hey. But well,
Or, I
according
don't know how that works.
according to this Wikipedia article. Oh, that was the other thing. Comcast put in a bid as well.
Yeah. Like Disney tried to buy them, then Comcast was like, haha, we'll pay higher. And then Disney was like, nope, we'll pay higher. And Comcast was like, no, we're not going to pay that high.
So what I think happened, maybe we were both right, or your number was still right, because it says here that Comcast offered 65 billion, and then Disney was like, 71.3. So maybe they did offer 40 billion, they upped it to 65, and then it was upped again to 71, and then Comcast was like, huh, and like back down. One of the biggest conspiracy theories I heard about them wanting to do it, obviously the biggest one is getting all the Marvel characters back.
Yeah. Van Forstick. Can't wait till Michael B. Jordan gets resurrected in the MCU to play Johnny Storm.
Again,
Am I right?
another resurrection. I heard a rumor that they were doing it to get the rights to the original Star Wars movies back.
Oh, that makes sense.
They don't have the distribution rights for the first 6, which is why there's no like big Blu-ray box set of them. And the rights I don't think lapsed to them until like the 2020s or the 2030s or something. So that's a lot of lost revenue they could be getting. But then again, does that really justify $73 billion or $71 billion?
I mean, they probably have a lot of shit they want.
They probably had a lot of shit. They own Nat Geo now. That's a big thing.
Was Nat Geo
Disney
under
owning
Fox
national
or something?
Yeah. Well, Nat Geo was owned by Fox, or at least distributed by Fox or something.
That's wild.
So that's big. Owning Nat Geo is probably the biggest thing. And I said before, if Disney Plus has like National Geographic stuff on it,
They do. Like they started before
they?
the Fox merger even happened on the Disney Plus website, which I went on because I'm like, fuck, do I have to like look into getting another streaming service?
Dude, I would get Disney Plus over like anything other than Netflix. Like I would keep.
That's true, but they like highlighted like the services that was gonna, or like sorry, like the different stuff that was gonna be on, and it showed like Marvel and like Disney stuff obviously, and like Star Wars, and National Geographic was there with like an asterisk.
Oh, didn't it say like pending Fox merger?
Yeah,
or something?
yeah, it's like something like that.
Just totally transparent. Damn.
No, but like that's, I don't know, man. Like I think that for me would be a tipping point for me buying it, because if they have a bunch of National Geographic stuff can be really expensive. Like if you like, because it's the difference of like ordering an entire like channel on like a cable plan versus just getting a streaming service with a bunch of other stuff. Because National Geographic stuff is really cool.
Original content.
Well, right. They own Avatar. When Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5 come out.
The Avatar, the movie, literally. You see that Jax Films video?
No.
He goes around. So he and like 2 other dudes go around, and they like interview people, asking them like,
I did see that.
Name 2 Marvel, like name 2 Avengers, and then they're like, name 2 Star Wars characters, and then everyone gets those right, and then the third question is, name 2 character from James Cameron's Avatar. No one knows.
Bro, I don't even know like their names. Like,
oh wait, no, they say name 1 character.
I can name one.
Who?
Jake Sully.
I can name Jake Sully.
Neytiri.
Yeah.
That's all I can.
And Jake Sully's friend.
Like Dr. Grace Augustine or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's her
like
name.
I watched that
Sigourney
shit,
Weaver's character.
Jeez.
And then the general.
Yeah, the bad guy.
The bad guy with the scar on his.
Yeah.
Aren't they filming like Avatar like 4 right now?
I don't know. They're filming. I don't know why he decided to film like. There's nothing for like 10 years.
I thought those are like bluffs. Like they're actually like filming the whole damn like 5 movie series. I read a thing that
the last I read, they were legitimately finishing up Avatar 3.
God.
So I think they're filming 2 and 3 at the same time, and 4 and 5 at the same time.
That's so stupid.
And they're gonna release 2 and 3 1 year after each other, and 4 and 5 1 year after each other.
Dude,
but there's gonna be a 2-year gap between 3 and 4 or something like that.
Do you really think in like 2021 when Avatar 2 comes out, doesn't it have a stupid name too? Like,
What's the name?
No, I remember Googling this.
The Last Airbender.
Avatar 2. It has a really stupid name. What's it called? It had like the dumbest shit, and I remember like
Avatar Lost World or some like something equally stupid.
Oh my god! But wait, what's this?
Avatar Aquaman.
Avatar Aquaman, or like, I think so. Right now, it's just listed as Avatar 2. Dude, do you really think in like whatever 2020? So yeah, next year is when it's supposed to come out. Do you really think anyone's gonna give a single shit about an Avatar sequel that took 10 years to come out?
By then, it'll be 11 years.
Right?
I feel like people will care though. No.
Well, dude, Chris.
I mean, it's the highest grossing movie all time.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like the first one, people will go and watch it and then immediately forget about it because.
Dude, honestly, like, it's like it just goes back to the whole thing. You can name any character from almost anything. You don't know anyone from that movie.
You can quote things from a lot of movies. You can't quote things from Avatar,
Like,
the highest grossing film of all time.
Like the only
I remember
the only thing like I really remember from that movie. Okay, I was like 9 years old. All I remember was like the weird like human alien procreation that happened. That's like the only thing I remember.
I remember seeing it being advertised, and I'm like, this isn't the Last Airbender.
Yeah.
You're right.
But then the Last Airbender came out, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to watch the other Avatar.
Yeah.
now.
Like Shyamalan.
Well, it's okay, dude. They both have predominantly white casts, so it's okay. No, but like,
I don't know. I feel like Avatar has like a really good potential. It had like really good themes, but it just wasn't memorable.
Okay, the thing is, it doesn't even have like. The theme like isn't even that good because it's literally the exact same plot as Dances with Wolves, dude.
I haven't watched that.
What is
Dances
that?
with Wolves is about Kevin Costner joining a tribe of like Lakota Sioux or something, and I don't know if he like fell in love with someone, and then
some,
he
like, white
defends them
savior
against
shit?
like the U.S. Army. It takes place in, like the 1800s.
Oh, Avatar is another white savior movie.
No, it totally is. Except it's like a white
Except
dude
it's-
saving blue cats.
It's a white dude saving another planet.
Blue
Okay, wait.
Cats.
I found the Avatar. I found the
Oh,
Avatar
God.
titles. They sound like parody titles, but it's from like
Like some porno.
I think it's from a pretty credible source. Ready? So the series will go Avatar, Avatar: The Way of the Water.
Ooh.
So then Avatar 3 is my personal favorite. Avatar: The Seed Bearer.
Ew.
And then it just gets. And then like James Cameron like just like took a line of coke and like wrote the other two. Avatar: The Tolkien Rider. And
Tolkien.
finally, Avatar: The Quest for Awa.
These are just like some deep reference shit that hasn't developed yet, so we don't
to, like,
understand.
Yeah, literally
It's
no
like
one's
Avatar
gonna
lore.
understand anything.
Dude, I can't wait for us to be like 27, being like, come on guys, we're gonna go see Avatar: The Quest for Awa. Like, no one's. I can't do it, man. I remember when like the first Avatar came out, and it was the coolest shit for like a week.
Right.
Yeah, it was. No, it was genuinely like it was kind of like an experience almost.
Do you think Avatar almost ruined a lot of aspects of the film industry?
In what way?
Like with the whole like it really, that's when like 3D really like came back.
mocap.
Oh yeah.
That's when like film became more about the gimmick. Well, then again, I guess you can argue film was already a gimmick.
I know,
in a
but
weird
yeah,
way.
no, I do agree with you because like that movie like was really good in 3D,
Yeah.
and
Nothing
then
else was good in 3D.
and then all of a sudden all these movies tried to like they like force 3D into it,
Yeah, really.
and it was
Dude, like
just
that-
like
Wait, refresh
that
my
shot at the
memory. Like Avatar was advertised like as like a 3D experience. I'm guessing.
well, because it was okay. It's important to like bring up first. Very few movies are shot in 3D. Most movies, like all the Marvel movies, are shot like 2D with like normal Panavision cameras, and then there's a 3D conversion process afterwards.
yeah,
That's done
which
like,
doesn't
digitally.
does not have the same effect.
Yeah, it all, like honestly, it just kind of like blurs the screen, and then you put the glasses on, and that's it.
Right.
3D is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Avatar wasn't. Very few like off the top of my head, Avatar.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Spy Kids.
3D
Favorite
game
movie,
over. Yeah.
Say the line, Ralph. Say it.
What was it? Oh, fuck. What? Was... Wait. Oh,
Dude,
I
come
didn't
on.
even get her email address.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay. No, the How to Train Your Dragon movies. A lot of animation is way better in 3D.
Oh,
And then-
Monsters vs. Aliens.
Was
When
that
they
3D?
You just pulled that out like the depth of my mind. God.
So no, bro. So I was rewatching clips of that because like it popped into my mind, and the opening scene is a guy friggin' playing like with the paddle ball things,
Yeah.
And
no,
it's
but that's
going
a,
towards the screen.
That's a reference to something though.
But like watching it in 2D, it like just looks so stupid.
Right? It's the same thing with the shot at the end of the first Amazing Spider-Man.
I don't remember it.
where Andrew Garfield is like, it's like the big like swinging through the
Oh,
city
when he,
scene,
like, goes
and then he goes right
I
at the
did not do
camera.
it right.
On the topic of Monsters vs. Aliens, I heard they were doing a sequel to that. They never did it.
Thank God.
That's weird.
But
I mean, they
one of
did
the-
do a sequel to Surf's Up.
That's the Penguin movie, right?
Dude, that
Yeah.
was the wildest text you've ever sent me.
I didn't
like-
realize. I'm like, yo, they released a direct-to-DVD sequel to Surf's Up. None of the original cast came back except for the guy who played Chicken Joe.
I don't even know who Chicken Joe is, man. That shows
The
how much
one
I know
chicken.
about- Oh yeah.
Everyone
I remember
else,
that now,
everyone
yeah.
else were like they were penguins, and then there was
Do
one
you-
chicken, dude.
Do you remember Into the Wild?
Oh
like
my
Disney's-
god, Madagascar.
Dude, that came out of like the depths of my memory a few days ago. Into the
So-
Wild.
Actually, I heard that Into the Wild was being made before Madagascar, and then DreamWorks found out that Disney was making a animal movie, and they're like, "Fuck, we're gonna make an animal movie." And then they released it before Into the Wild, and it ended up being better than Into the Wild.
Dude, honestly, Madagascar, like I was watching it like a few months ago, I think. It was like on TV. That shit holds up, dude. The 3 Madagascar movies really are pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't watched the third one, but like from what I remember,
The third
like,
one's pretty funny, dude. The third one has some really good like
Was that the one where they're in like New York or something, or am I just tripping?
that's the
Well,
first one,
they're-
or the opening of the first one.
Yeah, they're in New York, and then they go to Madagascar, Ralph.
Wow. Madagascar.
Then the
lost to New
second
York.
the second one is when they escape to Africa.
Yeah. And then the
and-
third one, they go to
titles.
Europe. Why
Yeah.
do they
Oh,
still call it
yeah.
Madagascar?
Because they were in Madagascar at one point.
Like they're in Europe, and they're like, they should have just called it like where they were. So like the first one's called Madagascar. It's like
The second one's called Africa. And the second one's called
But
Europe.
Madagascar is in Africa, so there's a conflict.
No,
there.
but like they're in the entire continent now.
They're just spanning the whole
Like,
thing,
it
except
just-
for Madagascar.
It starts out with like an island, and then at the end, like the fourth one is just called like fucking like Milky Way. Like it's just no, but the third one's legitimately funny. The penguins, not the movie,
The spin-off?
but
Oh, I
Dude.
watched the Penguins of Madagascar. I don't
Doesn't
remember
Ben-
anything about it.
doesn't
TV
Benedict
the TV show,
Cumberbatch
right?
play a wolf?
No.
No,
Oh,
they
that was a
did a movie.
TV show. Yeah. But they
There
did
was
a movie.
the TV show
yeah.
too. The TV show wasn't that bad, honestly. The TV show had some funny moments. The penguins were like legitimately funny in those movies. Just like these like dopey little penguins like kicking human
Like the
ass.
one alpha
Okay,
penguin.
so I think they work better in the movies
Oh, they did, yeah.
in the Madagascar movies than they did in like their own movie.
It's because they weren't main characters.
Yeah, they work so good.
It's the
as-
same. Can I bring up the comparison? The Minions worked really well
Did he freeze
as
again? Oh wait,
No, he's
Ryan
Dude,
froze again.
just
the
dramatic
Minions-
pause.
Can I bring it up?
Yeah.
The Minions.
Yeah, I just
Oh
said
my
that,
God,
Ryan.
this-
I know.
Fucker.
No, I was talking about the dramatic pause. Anyway, the Minions in specifically the first Despicable Me are like really funny, and then the second one it was like kind of overdoing it, and then some executive saw dollar signs and was like, we could make their own movie with Sandra Bullock. That's it. That's the answer. And I didn't watch it.
Oh, I watched it in theaters.
Oh my god, why?
The Minions
Honestly-
movie?
Like absolute honesty, it wasn't as terrible as I thought it would be. It's not good. It's not good at all. But like,
But it's not like you thought you wouldn't make it out of the theater, but you made it out of the theater.
like it was just like, it was a fine, like, it was a very mediocre movie with very annoying parts, basically.
Dude, kids ruin cinema, man.
Yeah.
The kids latch on. Is that gonna be my part in like the opening of the episode where we all have our quote?
Kids.
That's gonna be
yeah.
mine. Kids ruin cinema. Dude, but like honestly, like there's like one thing that they latch onto, and they're like, the kids. Obviously, the kids don't say it because they're dumb and stupid. The kids like just go, we're gonna make that popular.
What is it
The
right
little
now, though?
yellow things.
What's the kid thing right now? Do we know what the kid
Kid-
thing is right now?
Like in terms of movies?
Yeah, like what's the big obsessive thing? Boss Baby?
I don't know.
Or was Boss Baby actually like...
Boss Baby was like a meme. That's like...
Oh, okay.
I think Boss Baby was...
Oscar-nominated Boss Baby?
That's the stupidest shit. I remember when the Oscar noms came out that year, and we were just like, what?
It was actually Oscar nominated?
Yeah, it was
For
Oscar
what,
nominated
though?
because there was probably like 3 major studio animated movies.
Dude,
So they're like, shit, we gotta put in another one.
listen, man, say what you will. Honestly, I would take Into the Spider-Verse over Green Book any day, man.
Oh, hell yeah. What's other recent movies? The most recent kids movie I seen was Wreck-It Ralph 2.
I didn't even see that.
It was basically not as good as the first one, but a better version of the Emoji Movie.
So how good
The
can it
Emoji
be?
Movie
Like,
is like the pinnacle of studios seeing something that they think is popular.
It's a bunch of old men
yeah, it's just
trying to
peak,
like go like, oh, kids will like this.
Dude,
Yeah.
who did they kidnap to force Patrick Stewart to be in that movie, man? Did they
real?
take his kids, his grandkids, and be like,
You're gonna play a piece of shit, you know that?
and he's like, no, please. I want to make Logan. And then they're like,
oh,
no.
Lord.
I love
that
that
impression,
I
man.
love that impersonation. It's
I
great.
want to make a Logan. Oh no. Ryan can do it.
And then like, dude, they canceled the Popeye movie for that, man, dude.
There's
That
gonna be a
Popeye
Popeye
test footage looked really cool. You ever seen the Popeye test footage?
No.
Yeah, I did.
It looked really good, man. And they canned it for the Emoji Movie. Didn't T.J. Miller like leave Silicon Valley, like the show, because he was like, "See ya, losers! Emoji Movie's gonna launch my
He also-
career." And
He also left his career because
because he's a piece of shit.
Is he problematic
Is-
as well?
I think he
Yeah.
said some shit.
he weren't there sexual assaults accusations?
That
against
was
him?
there too. And then
Yeah,
I think
so there
he
were
said
sexual
some,
assault allegations. Didn't he do like a bomb threat or something?
Jesus.
Yeah. He called in a bomb threat to like LAX or something, and then there was like footage of like these cops arresting him afterwards. Like, because from what I remember, he called it in as a joke, expecting to like see all the cops, and then they would be like, TJ. But then it was instead there was a TMZ video of them like forcing him against the wall, like handcuffing him.
Like TJ.
So it was another.
TJ, you have the right to remain silent.
It was another like shock humor gone wrong type shit, I guess.
It's not even shock humor. That's being a piece of shit. That's being a Patrick Stewart in the Emoji Movie. TJ, why did you call in a bomb threat, TJ? I was
Silly
trying to
TJ.
make Logan.
That old man voice is just on point.
Logan.
Oh, I wanted to
I
ask you
don't-
guys about the. Did Apple like release its new streaming service?
Oh my god, they released like 10?
Like I don't know what happened
that-
at that event.
Dude, like all I know is they announced like a credit card.
God.
Then like Big Bird came out.
Actually,
Dude, that's Sesame Street representation.
Dude, honestly, man, like Sesame Street. There was a tweet after Kevin Hart like got fired from the Oscars. Someone like tweeted, like, "Let the Muppets host the Oscars, you cowards." Dude, I would watch the shit out of that. Can you imagine, and now presenting the Oscar for Best Picture is him. Yay!
Did you hear that? Apparently, they think next year they're not going to do a host either because
Dude,
they
good.
saw how successful it was this year.
Where they
and they're
realized
like,
that
huh.
they realized the Oscars became watchable.
they're like, huh? Maybe this made us money. We should do it again.
did they have like a weird political monologue like they do every year? I feel like this year.
Well, I don't know if I didn't even watch. I don't watch the Oscars.
Can you imagine the Muppets doing the political monologue?
Okay.
Like
we will not be
Kermit the
divided.
Frog comes out and he's like, Donald Trump is deporting people at a mass rate, and then it cuts to like Sandra Bullock in the audience being like, and then like Miss Piggy comes out and is like, he is racist towards everyone, and we need to
Including
stop
pigs."
this. And then like Beaker comes out and he's like meep 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 meep, and then like everyone's like yeah, and then they do like a stupid musical number or something. Can you imagine? Man, I remember like one of the most like vivid memories of like an Oscar opening was when Seth Macfarlane did like when he hosted it a few years ago.
Didn't he do like the "We Saw Your Boobs" song?
Yeah, and then one
That's
of the
so
lines,
fucking dumb and stupid.
and then like one of the like lines was like, and we haven't seen Jennifer Lawrence's boobs yet, and then like 6 months later her nudes got leaked.
Yikes!
I don't know, man. That's Seth MacFarlane. This is
Another shock humor.
Dude, this is a weird tangent thing. Seth MacFarlane can be legitimately funny, and he can be a legitimately good writer. He just... I think... It's important to note, I didn't know this until recently. He hasn't written an episode of Family Guy in like 15 years.
Interesting.
So like all like the shock humor shit isn't him.
Oh.
That's weird.
He like produces it, but I don't know how much power he has.
Yeah, I was about to say like Seth MacFarlane's like responsible for like a lot of kids' humors these days. Like kids that grew up with us, like they're all influenced by Family Guy. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it sucks. They all grow up to be terrible because they don't.
I never watched it, so like I can't.
They think it's like so hilarious and so funny.
It's not though. It's not even like it's not even that it's like mean-spirited in like in bad taste. It is, but at the end of the day, it's just not funny. Like early Family Guy, when he would write Family Guy, dude, that shit was fucking funny, dude. Like there are some episodes in like the first season that are like I've always said like my favorite Family Guy joke is when like Peter says like this makes me as excited as when they say the name of a movie in the movie.
Oh yeah.
And it's like him in a theater and like he's like watching Clear and Present Danger and like Tommy Lee Jones goes, "This represents a clear and present danger," and he goes, "Oh, he said it." And then they say like and like he's like then he saw Apollo 13 and it's like, "We need to figure out a way to get back Apollo 13," and he's like, "Oh, they said it." And then it cuts to, "The only way for me to solve this crisis is to become Superman 4. And then it cuts to him like, "Oh wow." And I remember that being the funniest shit in the world, dude. Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. And then like, can you imagine that line in a fucking movie? "I have to become the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
From now
Like,
on,
No, you know what would work in that movie?
what?
If there was like some kind of clone, it's like, "I'm the Amazing Spider-Man. I'm the Amazing Spider-Man too."
And then out of the shadows comes the Rhino. Fucking that was. Remember when Rhino was in all the trailers for that movie, and then he was in the movie for like 13 seconds at the very end.
Hey, and at the beginning where he doesn't have the Rhino suit.
Or he's just like a Russian dude.
Yeah, he was Russian. He was rushing around the city.
Ooh.
fuck you for
No.
that. Ew.
But like going back to kids ruining cinema and television, they like those like Family Guy clip compilations are such a plague.
I've
Oh my
okay,
God,
I've been
I see
watching
them
those honestly. Like I
No,
I
me
have, I
too.
have.
Cause dude, they take over my recommended.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
exactly.
some
And, like,
you
the
watch
clip-
one and then they like,
It's all that comes up. Like, dude, I like get some food from the food place down the road from my unnamed school, and I come back. I sit in my dormitory at my nice unnamed school, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch a YouTube video while I eat.
Wow.
And it's only Family Guy clips. And dude, how many times can you see Peter enter Lois in a boxing match?
do you know my face is just completely straight.
It's
Like,
completely straight.
while watching it, but like
It's just so interesting.
I watch it anyways. It's so
Dude,
stupid.
sometimes I like crack like 0.4% of a smile,
It's like a
and I'm like, why'd I smile at that?
Yeah, sometimes I like try to piece together the storyline because like sometimes like I swear I saw
like
one.
cuts.
Yeah, it's like different
The
parts.
cuts like, dude, I remember in the prime like 2 years ago, man, when we were like working on like Lock and Key, way
That
back
was
when.
last year.
Well, no, I mean like when we were writing the script,
Oh, okay.
like so like around 2 years ago, close
Lock
to
and
it.
Key is a play that Ryan and I wrote and directed, performed last year.
Ralph was a stage manager or a stagehand.
Stagehand.
Yeah, he's a stagehand.
yes.
Thank you, Ralph.
Behind the scenes work.
But I remember like back then, dude, those terrible compilations were like watchable, but now they just like cut in the middle of dialogues, like dialogue scenes. And like it's just like I don't understand, man. Like I tweeted a few days ago, I'm gonna start a Family Guy clip channel to supplement my income. Because
dude, you get bank.
you would get bank though. You make so much money, and then like everyone knows.
Ryan keeps freezing. It's so funny.
Listen, man, I'm sorry. The unnamed school Wi-Fi is questionable. Everyone's submitting their like stuff that they did late, all their late assignments.
Stuff is probably due at like 10 o'clock. It's 9:56.
Right. Some dude's like, fuck.
Like, university.
Right? Oh, man, dude. University is like... Man, I was told university would be fun and shit, and it's like... I'm like, you have to do work here?
It's crazy.
You have to do...
Damn.
I wish there was a
man.
way to, like, predict which... Like, what the YouTube algorithm would, like, favor. And you could just make bank off of that shit. It's just the most random shit. Like Family Guy. What else does the algorithm favor? Like, I don't know. Like...
I remember a few months ago, it was
consistent
favoring
content.
It was favoring underage girls a few months ago. Do you remember that?
Oh,
Or a
that's
few
a
weeks
big
ago.
yikes.
Wait, what?
Nope.
These dudes, like, it came to light that a bunch of people were like posting videos of like 14-year-old girls dancing and shit, and making like a disturbing amount of money off of it.
Oh, fuck.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, right. Like, come on, man. Don't fuck with that shit, man. Like, the whole like YouTube Kids thing too is really questionable.
I haven't looked into
Are
that.
there? Oh, Momo.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I don't get the Momo thing, man. Like, I didn't like follow the Momo thing until it became like a meme, and I didn't get it. Like, what is the Momo thing?
Okay, so like apparently on the YouTube Kids app, this was proven to be false apparently. But there would like in the middle of like some really long ass YouTube Kids videos, because a lot of YouTube Kids videos are apparently like really long because then the kids can be distracted for a long time. And they usually just like tap around anyways. Right? So essentially like in the middle of these supposedly child-friendly videos, there would straight up be like a part where this scary looking like figure named Momo would tell the kids how to kill themselves, or like how to harm themselves, or like how to burn down their house. So
can you imagine it, like just watching like your kids watching something on like their iPad or whatever, and then you just hear a creepy voice go to the circuit breaker.
Circuit breaker.
Like what? How does that like get past? I don't know, man. YouTube doesn't care, man.
YouTube's kind of fucked, to be honest.
YouTube cares about the wrong things and lets the things they should be worrying about like slip away.
Yo, I like how YouTube was like complaining. YouTube was like constantly tweeting about like Article 13.
What's Article 13?
So okay, it's like a law in like the UK. I don't necessarily know.
It's more the EU, like Europe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. EU. Oh well, the UK's like. Okay. Well.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's for the
They're
EU.
exiting.
And like it's something about like censorship and stuff. Like they like censor some shit on YouTube.
Oh right, I remember my sister was like, repost this shit, stop Article 13, whatever.
So yeah.
I'm like,
Okay.
what are you I don't know what this is.
But like YouTube is like hardcore like promoting like, oh, stop Article 13, but I'm like, you're a huge problem with censorship too.
Really.
Like they're fucking hypocrites.
Dude, do you know who could stop Article 13 in like a quick sec, dude? Patrick Stewart coming up to discuss stop Article 13 or else the Logan fan film would.
Isn't he Sir Patrick Stewart?
Oh yeah, he's
yeah.
Sir Patrick Stewart
Lot
because
of
he was
power,
knighted.
Yeah.
The Queen put a sword on my shoulder and
Oh man.
dude,
sir.
like that's the thing, man. Like if someone was ever knighted, do you think they're really like asshole-ish afterwards, where they're like, I'm like, hey Chris, and you're like, hey, that's Sir Chris, and I'm like, fuck you. I'm not about that, man. Like, that's Sir Ralph to you. Like,
Sir Ralph
no, it's
works.
not.
I feel like Sir Ralph works. Ralph is a very British name, I feel. Chris.
Oh.
I don't know.
Did I just freeze
How about
again?
that?
No, you didn't. I don't know
'Cause,
if
like,
you did,
Ralph-
actually.
Ralph like turned into a robot for a second there and like transitioned into another dimension. I was like
This is
watching
my
it
fault
happen.
this time, yeah.
Yeah, we're just like, I mean, like, for those listening, I feel like you've already figured this out, but we're on a video chat right now. We're not in the same room.
Nope.
We should mention that we're probably gonna start doing like same room podcasts in a few weeks again. That's
Yeah.
just because like
After
I'm-
school's done.
yeah, and I'll be home again and everything, and
Yay.
But for now, we're here.
Yep. Me and Chris are like a kilometer apart.
Yeah, we're technically like pretty close to each other, but like because Ryan's not
yeah, I'm
here, so we'll be apart. Cause it'd be weird if we have like the two of us in the same room and then Ryan's
Yeah,
just
just
like
excluded.
right. Hey man, like you know Roger Ebert.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
two thumbs up.
So originally his co-host on his show was Gene Siskel, and Gene Siskel died in the late 90s. He had cancer. And while he was in the hospital, he would be on the show, but he would just like, call in to talk about the movies. They would just have
How
like,
would they watch the movies? Do they just
well,
like
no, because they would like he would still go to like a theater or like they would give him a screener or something.
Oh, okay. No, I just imagine like the hospital like going like, oh, we have to go roll him into his hospital bed like into the movie theater.
And then just so he can talk about how like fucking the Star Wars prequels suck or something. Dude, so or like he's just like I was not a fan of Space Jam.
Hey.
Anyway, he
Hey,
While
you know
he
what
was-
was in Space Jam? Ralph?
Bill Murray.
What was in Space Jam?
R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. You're gonna have to like bleep out his name, like.
dude, to be
Boop,
fair, man, in Space Jam, the Looney Tunes were fighting for their lives, man.
Oh, I see what you did there. I'm fighting for my fucking life. I love that quote.
What does he say about the camera near the end?
He says something.
Where
about
he's
the
like,
Is that
"Is this
camera on
camera
there?"
recording?" Or something like.
I don't know. Fucking dumbass.
Dude, SNL did like a kind of funny like skit about the R. Kelly
Oh, yeah,
interview,
yeah.
where like he was like, "Is this camera recording?" And they're like, "Yeah, obviously." And he goes, "Okay, when's the interview starting?" At like the end of the interview, and they're like, "Are you fucking stupid?" Like,
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
I saw that. It was
dude, I don't get offended at SNL ever, but they made a joke during an Idris Elba episode that made me legitimately upset. They did like a skit that was like a game show called "Can You Play That Character?"
did he say James Bond?
Well, like throughout the entire thing, they're saying like to like the two other white contestants, they're like, "Can you play like an Egyptian pharaoh?" And he's like, "Yes." And they're like, "You get a point because you can." And then like whenever they get to Idris Elba, they're just like, can you play like the first black astronaut?" And he's like, "Yes." And they're like, "No, you can't." And then at the end of like at the very end before the commercial, they say like, "We're gonna take a break, and when we get back, we're gonna ask our contestants if they can play James Bond." And he goes, "Can I play James Bond?" And then the host goes, "Surprisingly, you can't." And I got so mad because I was like, "Bro, you should be fucking James Bond, man." That was a low blow, man. That was a low blow.
Doesn't go.
I don't know.
Yo, how long have we been running for?
It's been about an hour actually.
Wow.
This
So,
episode was significantly more lighthearted than the last one, where it like
Yeah.
transitioned into.
Yeah. I don't.
I think it's been a bit over an hour. So
All right. So
Do you have anything else you want to talk about, Ralph, before we wrap up?
all these topics look pretty dumb now that I think about it. I don't know. And I mean, we've already hit an hour, so.
What do you guys think of the stock market crash of 1929?
34. Like. Nah. I think we're good on this episode, guys. Yeah.
Wow,
all right.
So,
Well-
I don't know how to wrap
Ralph,
this
you should
shit.
play us out.
How do I wrap this?
Well, we're still figuring things out. At least we got the introductions down. Unlike last episode, I apologize for that.
Yeah, we just kind of like jumped right into it, didn't we?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Hey guys, this is how GOOSHLEMS was started.
Ryan's hosting next episode.
Oh, that's right, I am. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
After we get the hang of this, we'll get some special guests on. But for now, it'll be just the three of us.
We have some good special guests planned.
I can't
Yeah.
wait. I cannot wait.
There could be some zucchinis.
Mm-hmm.
Some
there could
Amish
be
people.
some people with some beards, you could say.
Who else
And
could be on here?
now that I think
Speaking
about
speaking about zucchinis,
it, okay.
Any zucchini?
I
Oh,
saw
didn't
him-
you?
I
You
saw
saw him
him
today,
today.
didn't you?
okay,
Where'd you see?
we're talking about Ethan Zucan, who's a very dear friend of ours, and he's
Been in
he's
everything
in a
we've
lot
done.
of our films, like basically every single one. He has a full-on beard now.
Oh,
and-
fuck.
Holy shit! It's so funny. It's so
like
funny.
he went from like 18 or 19 to like 46.
I don't have picture evidence.
The thing is, like, yeah, I think he posted it,
Oh
but
my
like the
God.
thing is, like, it doesn't really grow on like his jawline, like above his jaw. It's kind of like all on the neck.
It's like a full neck beard.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I like how you're
Dude,
just
can you
criticizing
imagine,
his beard on the internet
like-
right now. Awesome.
Can you imagine, like, say he like dates someone that's like shorter than him and their head's like neck level? They're like, they go in for a hug and they're just like, It's like so. They're like, he's like, I love you, and she's like so prickly.
Oh, this thing's
Oh
good.
right,
This-
that's a great way to end
This thing
this.
is good. No,
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
great
Ralph,
way-
show it.
It's so.
no,
Damn,
I
Is Ralph
feel,
gonna
that's a
reveal
sick
himself?
beard,
I
Ralph.
feel like Spider-Man in the first one with Tobey Maguire when he's gonna kiss MJ. But
You're
I'm alone.
you're gonna kiss Kirsten Dunst.
I just need to breathe. That's all.
He's had it on. Okay, this entire episode, Ralph has had like a freaking mask on.
Yeah.
Or like it was like a ski mask or like a balaclava
Bali-
or
Yeah, balaclava.
it's important to note though he has his glasses
Yeah,
over
I
top
have
of
to
the
see, and it's too late to be wearing my contacts. I care about my eyes, so
it's
yeah.
just so dry.
Yeah.
It's like my DMs, dude. Anyway,
not mine.
thank
Yeah.
you for coming out for the second episode.
Yeah, thank you guys
Hell
for
yeah.
watching. Thank you for listening. If you're on Spotify, YouTube, watching us, SoundCloud. Are we on SoundCloud?
We're not on SoundCloud,
Oh.
but we can get on SoundCloud.
All right, we'll be on SoundCloud. We'll make that happen.
All right.
Don't forget to hit that like button and let's see if we can get 4 comments.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's
on
one up.
Comment on our video and we'll answer it in the next episode.
Yeah, we'll have a little discussion about it.
Yeah.
All
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Well,
thank you for coming out.
see ya. Toodaloo.
Bye.